Yo, what up? It's JSF, and today I want to talk about a mechanic in this game, and I'm sure the thumbnail and everything, it ain't a secret by this point, but I want to talk about UPBLOCK, right? And please don't misunderstand what I say in this video or whatever I title it as, that there's no purpose to do UPBLOCK. I think we all understand now that there's a purpose for this, right? Oh, you punish a jump attack or whatever. You block with UPBLOCK and you get a punish on jump attacks, right? So it does serve a purpose, but I think this is the worst mechanic in the game. Is one of the worst mechanics I've ever seen in a fighting game. Like, I think this is terrible game design, and I want to talk about why I hate it so much, why I think this is just a horror. In stuff like this, the problem is in the decision making. It's in the logic. The logic is flawed, which is why it's an issue. It's not that, like, the issue isn't that it can't be usable, it can't be fixable. The problem is you thought this was an idea you had in your head and you're like, yeah, let's do that. That's where the issue lies. But to explain it, basically, for anybody who doesn't know what UPBLOCK is, it's you hold block and then you press up, and it's basically a high parry. So you block jump attacks and overheads. If they hit you with a mid, while you UPBLOCK, it'll just turn into regular block, right? So even though I'm up blocking, it'll just turn into regular block. So you're still blocking. You won't get punished. If they go for a low and you're up blocking, you get flat out punished. If they go for a grab while you're up blocking, you get throw punished, and it does additional damage, right? As you can see, right, 176 damage, and if I just get grabbed regular, when it's not a throw punish, 110 damage. So there is a grab bonus for UPBLOCK. I guess they wanted to make this more punishable than it already is, I suppose. So if you get grabbed while you UPBLOCK, you take more damage. That includes command grab. So a character like Reiko, who has a command grab, it'll do even more damage if you UPBLOCK. So against a character like that, or against somebody who's grabbing a lot, you kind of can't use it because UPBLOCK also has recovery. You can't tell right now, but I'm gonna UPBLOCK and then let go of block and then just try to jump, right? I did UPBLOCK immediately. I didn't hold it. That I'm not holding it at all. Cause, like, if you block, look how quickly you can block and let go of block, right? I can press block, let go, and then do other things really fast, right? That's why you can't really wave dash in this game like you could in MK11, but it's why you can get a little more mobility. But with UPBLOCK, that shit is gone. As you can see, you're stuck in that animation for like 60 frames or longer. Like, you're in this animation for a whole ass second and some change. So if you ever do UPBLOCK, it's a hard read. It is designed to be very punishable. Not very punishable like as punishable as something like this, right? It's not designed to be like this. What is this? Minus 19, right? That's not the best example, but my point is it's not super duper punishable, but it's very punishable. Like, if you make the incorrect read on an UPBLOCK, you're supposed to get punished with a grab, with a low, with something. That's how the move is designed. And the reward is, if you UPBLOCK something successfully, more often than not, you get a punish. My issue with this, and this is a small issue, and I'm probably the only one with this issue. If I were to set the opponent to block, right? She's blocking. I'm gonna do my overhead. It's -7. -7 is completely safe on block, unless you have a 6-frame button like 3 characters do. So it's safe. So if she was a reversal, and we were to set AI opponent, and we were to set her to reversal with one of her fucking moves. I don't know any of her moves. Punch walk. What the hell? Let's try Ascension. This move, right? This is 14 frame startup. Obviously, I'm safe to this. Now, if I were to set her to UPBLOCK, and let's see if she does it. Well, she doesn't do the reversal, so that's stupid. But let me just manually show it. God, I hate this game's training mode. Okay, so I'm gonna UPBLOCK, and now all of a sudden I can punish, right? So the frame data, the way punishing works, its frame data is changing, right? So So the frame data is changing on block, but it doesn't tell you. The game does not tell you what the frame data is on block. Now, this is a minor issue. Some people are going to care a lot. Some people are not going to care at all. But to me, this is very annoying because I don't know how minus it is on up block. I don't know what I can punish with. So the only way to know is to lab these individual situations and see, oh, if Raiden does his overhead, I can punish with standing 4 or standing 3. Or do I need to punish it with a jab? Like, how minus is it? Like, another example of something similar to this, but not the same, is perfect parry in Street Fighter. Sometimes you perfect parry something and you can punish. Other times, you can't punish. You're safe. And you don't really know it unless you're like, you go in the live and look at the frame data. But in this game, you can't, it just doesn't show you. Like, it literally will not show you. Like, if you up block it, it literally just doesn't tell you anything. So I hate that, right? That's annoying. But that's not everything. Like I was saying earlier, the whole purpose of up block is to call somebody out. You get a full combo punish, and if you make the hard read wrong, you get punished. The other problem is, like I was saying, you're stuck in this animation, but the input for this is really bad as well. The input for this is just stupid. It makes sense on like a toddler level, like a baby brain level, like an elementary school brain level. How do you up block? Well, why don't you just press up and block? Like a 5-year-old has that level of logic. And everybody would think, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because sure, that makes sense. But if you actually play these games at a competitive level or at least a mid level, you're gonna realize the problem with pressing up as an input, because jump is how you press. When you press up, you also get jump, right? So there's that problem. It's the same thing with down up inputs. They keep putting these in the games, and this is the dumbest design philosophy of all time. Like, you should never have a down up input in your game. I don't mean, like, some people say Street Fighter has down up input. No, it doesn't. It has charge inputs. There's a difference. You charge the input so the game can read that and say, you've held down for this amount of time. You pressed up in a button within this window. You're trying to do a charge move. In this game, it's just, you're just doing shit, moving around, and then you get a teleport. But this video is not about the teleport. The problem is you block a lot in this game, right? Block is like this. You block when you in neutral, you block when you move around, you block after you press a button sometimes. If you do something that you might think is unsafe, you block, right? You know what I mean? Like, you just do that. Well, if your opponent does something and you block it and you ever want to jump out of that situation because some shit is coming, you go from crouch blocking to trying to jump. I was trying to jump there. So this is getting to my point before I can even get to it. But this is where I wish I still have my controller on the screen. But anyway, I'm holding crouch and block, and then I let go of block and press up to jump, and I get up block. Now, remember what I was saying earlier, up block is a risky thing to go for. It has inherent risk built into it. It's punishable by nature. It's supposed to be punishable. Why would you put something in the game that's risky and make it so easy to accidentally input it? Like, it's silly. And again, you're stuck in this animation for like a second and a half. Like, if you accidentally get up block, you're just a fucking sitting duck waiting to get punished just because the people who make this game don't know how to design inputs properly, or they don't test their games. You know what I mean? And it's just silly. It's like really, really goofy. The other thing that they do with this mechanic that I think is really fucking stupid, this is why I have Ashra here as an example. So Ashra has this overhead, right? If you fought against Ashra online, you've gotten hit by this 1,000 times. It's 23 frames, which is reactable, but it's on the border of reactability. It's reactable for sure, and I can react to it offline. This game's netcode sucks, so online I get hit by it a decent amount. But the thing with this is they just recently changed this move to say, hey, they can no longer special cancel this on block, right? Because Ashra players love to do shit like this. So if you try to punish, because this is unsafe, right? I don't know why he's doing reversals. This is unsafe. This overhead is a -12. It's not safe. So it's kind of it's reactable, but kind of easy to land. But the trade-off is it's unsafe. Problem is you can just fucking special cancel it on block every single time. Call a cameo, you know what I mean? Get whatever bullshit you want to get going off of this fucking goofy ass overhead. So they just put in a change to Ashra that, oh, if you up block it now, she can't special cancel it. So if rating goes back to up block, right? I cannot, no matter what I do, right? I'm doing down 4-3. I cannot special cancel. If I'm down back 2, I cannot special cancel. So if you up block this, you get a guaranteed punish. The fucking problem is nobody is up blocking a 23 frame overhead on reaction. It's just not realistic to expect anybody to be able to do that. Like, cause up block ain't even like, it doesn't even come out that instantly. Like, you block then press up is the way you're gonna do up block. Can you press up and block at the exact same time? Absolutely. Let me try to do it. I got it the first time. Out of 5 attempts, I got it once. 6, there we go. 8, 9. Out of 10 attempts of trying to up block by pressing up and block at the exact same time, I got it twice. It's because you gotta be fucking frame perfect. I'm pressing, well, you can't see my hands, but I'm pressing the 2 buttons at the same time on my controller, but I'm just a few frames off. So the idea that, oh, just up block it and you'll get, like, if I were just to set fucking Astra to just try to react with an up block, I'm never gonna get it. Like, it's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, you'll have to literally be sitting here already blocking to get it to happen. And then if you're doing that, they're not gonna do an overhead. They're just gonna grab you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a silly change. It's like, hey, we know this is kind of annoying that Astra players do this, so we're just gonna not even flawless block. It's up block specifically. So it's like another thing that's stupid about up block. But I don't see anything good about this mechanic. I know it has a use. I'm not saying it's useless in the span of the game. I'm not saying there's no reason to ever do it. There is, but it's so poorly designed, and it's just a piss poor idea. It's like taking somebody to a fucking surgeon, like a literal surgeon, and cutting their arm open just because they got a fucking splinter sticking out of their fucking arm. Instead of just getting some tweezers and saying, hey, let me take that out. You say, no, take him to a doctor. We got to slice his arm all the way open and do all this unnecessary bullshit when there's a simple answer right in front of you. I understand why they did this, because in Mortal Kombat 11, jump attacks were really stupid, really overpowered. Jumping was really powerful. In this game, jumps are naturally more floaty, which I agree with. I think it's a good change. Jump attacks are still, jump attacks in this game, but they're not all as stupid as like Cabal or Jackie in MK11. And then you have up block, and so you can give people overheads, and it's like, hey, but if you call it out, you up block it. And it's like, fam, just give us anti-airs. This problem is solved if you just give us good anti-airs. Just make down 2s upper body invincible. Make down 2s invincible to air moves. And the thing is, there are moves in this game, like Liu Kang's down back 4. His little teleport looking shit, like that is invincible to air attacks. They have moves in the game that are invincible to air attacks, but instead of making that a universal mechanic, they put this up block bullshit in the game that does nothing for the overall health of the game. So I hate up block. I think it's a terrible mechanic. One of the worst mechanics in the history of fighting games. The worst mechanic in this game. But what do y'all think? Do y'all love it? Do y'all hate it? Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? I just hate when people make simple things difficult. You're literally creating problems because you won't take the easy answer to solving a problem. So you solve one problem by creating another, and it's just silly. Like, this didn't exist in MK11. And MK11's a shit game. I'm always gonna maintain that it's a shit game, but it might be better than this game, which is crazy to think about. Like, I think MK11 is like a 2 out of 10 in the sense of gameplay and combat design. But this shit, I don't know if this is a 3, man. I really don't. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all stay safe. JSF, I'm outie. Peace.